Want to choose from even more background images and be able to change them with a single click and in the same window as your meeting? Easily add the virtual background Zoom app to your desktop account.
Here and today a very special day to III, International Institute of Influencers. Still, I think everyone are joining. Done. So all of you are here. And guest judges are here.
Samaji, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Tagwir ji. वही देख रही हूँ मैं. Interaction. First of all, let me tell you, it's not a Viva, it is an interaction. It is sharing your experiences with us. How you felt, what you are going to do, how much empowered you are. We want to see that, right? We are just waiting for Dr. Lisa and Karim. Is it? Good evening, Mr. Karim.
Well, hello there.
Good evening, Mr. Karim. Thank you so much for joining us. It's now Namaste from India and Assalamu alaikum from Oman. Thank you so much for joining us. And I know it is midnight for you there, but
Yes.
still, we are really honored to have you. Dear friends, we have with us Mr. Karim.
Yes.
Mr. Karim is an international motivational speaker, featured. I have lots to say, but we have a special host who is going to introduce Mr. Karim. Welcome, Mr. Karim, to the show. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Over to you, Rayan. Great. Miss Aliza, are you here? Dr. Aliza is here? No. Dr. Aliza, maybe she will come. I think maybe she will join. I will, yeah, you can start.
We don't have to be great to start. We have to start and be great. Honorable panelists, fellow curious learners, and my dear friends, a very lovely and fresh morning, all of you. Attention, everyone. Attention, please. Welcome to the examination hall, my dear friends. Myself, Rayan Sayed, the youth ambassador of III, and a 16-year-old team will be your examination invigilator for today. And I request you all of you to take your seats and be steady. We have with us joining 4 such pearls to be your Viva proctors. Duration of your exam will be for 2 hours. So place your bags outside and wish all of my friends a very, very best of luck. Now I would like to mark your attendance. And for the attendance, I would just want you to give a big thumbs up and say, "We are ready." May I have that? Everyone, we are ready.
We are ready.
We are ready. We are
That's
ready.
great. Thanks a lot.
We are ready.
Yeah, wow.
We are ready.
Wow, that's great. So my dear friends, we all are driven here for humanizing education. But why do we even need to humanize education? In our life, we all have a tree of knowledge. This tree bears the fruits of wisdom, which we all want to have. We want to eat them. But here's the catch. Education is nothing but the ladder that is lying on your lawn to gather the fruits from the tree of knowledge, but not the fruit itself. The education will provide you the ladder to climb, but to pluck the fruit out of the tree, we require the EQ, emotional intelligence, or the humanizing factor, I would say, which is well taught by our mentor, the principal of our school, who is a principled woman with principled ethics and values, Dr. Shama ma'am. Our ma'am has created this masterpiece of the first level of instructional leadership, I must say. Remarkable learners, such well-adapted learning atmosphere with interactive sessions and a remarkable student. My dear friends, we have not inherited this earth from our forefathers, but we borrowed it from our children. So why not empower the youth and give them back in return? Yes or no? Now it's time to introduce the panelists who have utmost dedication and sincerity to III to ignite the spark in everyone. The spark. So our first panelist, the CFO, the Chief Financial Officer of III, an experienced man with a pool of experience for you all to dive in it. He has sown a lot of seeds of inspiration to many to the world, including me, and has grown strong and anchored plants like me, nurturing more such seedlings in the plants. Therefore, he's creating a forest of influences. He doesn't park his car on every parking space on the road to success. He believes to move on without any hesitation. Wow, sir. And oh, he's none other than Sindhu Bhaskar, sir. And our second panelist, the mentor of IHS, International House of Speakers, a veteran who always believes to not limit your challenges, but challenge your limits. He is a passion warrior to convert more such curious learners to influencers. A passion warrior with his sword, having a commitment and never giving up attitude. And his shield is his reserved and proactive mindset. He is an exercise freak too, and a hardcore disciplined man. He believes that if you don't sacrifice for what you want becomes the sacrifice. Wow, sir. He is none other than the Colonel Tiagui, sir. And my dear friends, our third panelist, a dynamic global leader who has experience in public and international policy. She has worked in different global initiatives as the lead, being the founder and CEO of Fulfillment Empowerment Network USA. She is the vice principal of Save the Girl Advocacy Africa, co-founder and accreditation director for Europe, MENA, and Asia at International Internship University, that is IIU. She has worked for the government of USA and UNS South America as a career coach, operations manager, and self-sufficiency specialist. He has immensely contributed to discussions at Albright and Rise Women in Leadership and US Foreign Policy. She's also a transformational leadership and master mindset expert. She's the ambassador of Peace for Humanity and a global professor for humanities, leadership, and management at IIU. And my dear friends, she was awarded the coveted Global Woman of Choice Award for Peak Women in Business and Leadership. Won another award with the title Businessman of the Year 2021. And in April 2021, she earned the title of #1 international best-selling author for her book, I Am How to Release the Shame of Narcissistic Abuse and Transform Financial Poverty to Wealth Beyond Numbers. Wow, ma'am, completely ecstatic and mind-blowing of your work. Ma'am is like the electric current, which cannot be controlled by the resistor and is creating a huge potential difference. She's none other than the charm generator, Alyssa White, ma'am. And now, my dear friends, last but not the least, I've heard many people that say that we won't be having leaders like Martin Luther King for the next decades or generations. Who knows? The way Martin Luther King, with his I Have a Dream speech, had moved the whole America, isn't it? It's very rare and has gone extinct now. But now I'm realizing we have our own Martin Luther King, the real voice to listen to. There is an expert transformational coach that has been featured in NBC, CBS, ABS, Yahoo, Finance, Wall Street Select, and Fox Network affiliates, as well as other major news channels. An international powerhouse speaker with over 10 years of experience in the field of training, speaking, and breakthrough success. He has also authored the Amazon best-selling hit book titled GPS Maestro. His messages and concepts help people grow to a next level. He speaks, inspires, and teaches leadership professional development principles to 70 organizations a year. Some of these companies are
Shama, we can't hear you. Ma'am Shelma, please.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Opo, naka-open yung mic ninyo.
So, sorry, there was a disturbance with some of the participants' mics are on. So now the host is taking care. So good evening, everyone. Dr. Eliza White, the most welcome to the show. Thank you so much for your wonderful time, and we are really honored to have you. And Mr. Karim, thank you so much once again. Tyagviji, Dr. Sindhu, once again, a big thank you for being here. So everyone, are you ready? So let me tell you the scope. Let me tell you how the program flows. We have with us 4 panelists, 4 speakers, 4 judges. They are going to ask you questions one by one. They are going to ask you questions one by one. So we will start our turn. Everyone, please be careful. Please listen to the questions carefully so that everyone get to know what's happening. Everyone, please don't disturb. Please mute your mics one more time and focus on the questions. Please focus on the questions. So let me invite Mr. Karim. Let me invite Mr. Karim, Alice, our special guest today, one of the most international speaker, as my Ryan, the host, has said that Mr. Martin Luther King's "I have a dream" that's no more lost. We are going to replicate it today. So we are going to have that with a wonderful words, magical voice of Mr. Karim today. So Mr. Karim, we are so honored. So after Mr. Karim, we will go to Dr. Eliza. Dr. Eliza's question, Dr. Adviti's questions, Dr. Sindhu's questions, one by one, will be passing on to each participant. So please carefully, everyone, I request you to open the mic, cameras as well, and listen what's happening. Listen the body gestures, because we are going to look at your gestures, everyone. This is just an interaction. Be relaxed and move on. Let's show that we had very good session. We had very good instructional program, and you have to show your experience today, my dear friend. All the very best. So let me invite Mr. Karim right now. Stage is yours.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you guys for graciously having me here.
Mr. Karim,
the first question, I'm muted. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. All right, sounds great. Sounds like a plan. All right, so the first question I have is for Ma Sharon D. Almorte. Ma Sharon D. Almorte. Number 1, congratulations for successfully completing the training. Can you please share your experience with the training of International Institute of Influencers? Can you please share your experience with the training of International Institute of Influencers?
Good afternoon, everyone, to our guests, to my co-participants, and of course, to our eloquent speaker, Dr. Sharma. Share my experience about the IIZ, or the international, this program where I was able to be one of the participants, is one of a kind. For 5 Saturdays that we've been with Dr. Sharma is a great experience. A lot of learnings, a lot of fun, and this is one of a kind experience because this is my first time to join this kind of program. And this will be one of the milestones of my life as a teacher. And I can say this program is a very successful one. Thank you, Sir Karim.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Karim, you can proceed the next question also too, because she has to answer 3 questions.
Okay. All right. So the second question I have for you, I don't think you're going in the right direction. I'm going to say this again. I don't think you're going in the right direction. How can you give right feedback to this same point in your organization to your colleagues? How can you give right feedback to this same point in your organization to your colleagues?
Again, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. I don't think you're going in the right direction. It's a negative feedback. Instead of saying that to a person, I would say, I have some concern about your proposed strategy. Can we have a cup of coffee so that we can talk about that? With that, I'm sure we can avoid hurting the feelings of the person, and at the same time, I'm sure positive relationship can be established. Thank you.
All right, question number three. Question number three. Do you think our education system needs changes, and are we ready for the post-pandemic world? Do you think our education system needs changes, and are we ready for the post-pandemic world?
For me, I think with all the preparation we have here in the Philippines, little by little, we can adapt to the post-pandemic. And for now, some of our schools, especially here in Manila, are going face-to-face. So I'm sure we are quite ready for the opening for another milestone of our life after this pandemic. And with this pandemic, we have learned a lot, especially as teachers here in the Philippines. We have gone through a lot. For the first time, we have our classes virtually, but then we're able to make it up. And again, so we are little by little prepared by our government to this new kind of education. Thank you again, Sir Colin.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Karim. Thank you so much. Let me think again. Yes. So let me invite Dr. Eliza White, the vibration. She's going to create vibration right now. Dr. Eliza White, the stage is yours.
Thank you, and good afternoon to everyone. Good evening if it's evening for you. And I'm so excited to be here. Thank you, Dr. Sharma. I'm so proud of all the participants for this achievement. So my first question goes to Donna C. Gerona. Donna, are you here? Just give me a wait so I can place you on the screen.
Yes, Dr. Alisa. Good day.
All right. Nice to meet you, Donna, and congratulations for your successfully completing the training. Can you please share your experience with the training of International Institute of Influencers? What was that like for you, Donna?
Okay, so to all our colleagues in the education profession, a pleasant day to all. So I am Donna C. Herona, Master Teacher 2 at Villa Verde Elementary School, Quezon City, Metro Manila, Philippines. Okay, so a sincere gratitude and appreciation to our ever dynamic founder and CEO of International Institute of Influencer, Dr. Shama Hussein, for sharing her intellectual expertise and professional guidance, providing the unconditional knowledge, love, support, encouragement, and motivation in this leadership training. I learned a lot, especially about instructional leadership. This training was an interactive one, very interesting and very useful. The totality of this international diploma in instructional leadership training is 100% commendable because it is not just a training, but made us to be an instructional leadership influencer. So I am very thankful and grateful to be part of this productive training. So thank you so much to Dr. Shama Hussein, and congratulations for the success of this training. And also I want to congratulate, kudos to our to my co-participants for a job well done. Okay, so thank you also to all behind this training. So that's all, Dr. Eliza.
Thank you, Donna. Thank you so much. I'm so impressed by your participants already. I have another question for you. Are you ready? What is your promise to society towards humanization of education, Donna? What is your promise to society towards the humanization of education?
Okay, so my promise to society towards humanization is Okay,
It's okay. Take your time.
okay, yes, for this for a while. So, again, the question is.
Okay, no problem. You got it. What is your promise to society towards humanization of education?
Okay, so promote education for standard of life, not for a living.
Wonderful.
Lisa, you know one thing? Miss Donna is the one who played catalytic role in our diploma program, collecting the views of everyone. She helped me a lot in collecting the names. You know, she played so big role. She helped me in segregating the information, not only as a participant, but also as in the administration also, she helped me a lot. Thank you, Ms. Donna. Thank you so much.
Excellent, Donna. Donna, I have one other question for you. I'm so happy to hear that, Dr. Sharma. I appreciate you sharing. The other question I have for you, what is the difference between criticism, feedback, and compliment? What is the difference between criticism, feedback, and compliment?
Okay, so thank you again for that question. So the difference between criticism, feedback, and compliment. So this three has good praise, bad praise, and the helpful praise to individual for improvement. So for the good praise, we have the compliments, because when we say compliments are positive but don't tell us how to improve. So it is just a positive expression of praise or admiration, politely congratulating or praising someone for something. So for the bad praise, we have the criticism, because when we say criticism, it is a negative but doesn't tell us how to improve. It is the expression of disapproval of someone or something based on perceived faults or mistakes. And then for the helpful one, we have the feedback. So because feedback can be positive and or negative, but does help us improve. So feedback is an information about reactions to a product or person's performance to a task and others, which is used as a basis for improvement. So the key praise there is as a basis for improvement. So the purpose of feedback is to help individual to improve. So this is sometimes called constructive criticism. So it is nice to listen when we with this feedback, because feedback is like a gift. So take it as one, and it means that someone cares, and only you can decide what to do with it. So what to do with this negative and positive feedback. So feedback has many advantages if used properly.
Wow. Woo!
That's all.
Let's give her a virtual round of applause. That is outstanding, Donna. Thank you so much for those answers. And once again, congratulations on what you have accomplished today, and continue to do the hard work. I'm going to pass the mic, I think it's to Dr. Sharma, so she can introduce the next judge for the next questions.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Lisa, for creating that energy. Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Lisa. Then, let me move on to Dr. Sindhu. So, Dr. Sindhu, now your turn. Thank you, Dr. Sindhu.
Thank you, Dr. Sharma. And very, very welcome to all the aspirants of this Viva after completing all your training sessions with the III. So for me, the candidate is Chelma B. Sabbatic. Chelma B. Sabbatic.
Yes, good
Hope I am
afternoon.
pronouncing it correctly.
Chelma.
Okay, am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Very, very congratulations. Whole lot of congratulations for successfully completing this course. So, of course, I have to ask 3 questions. I will start with, as a principal of your school, what are you taking back from this course? As a principal of the school, what have you learned from this course? What values are you going to take back from this course?
Thank you, Dr. Shindo, for that question. So first and foremost, I'd like to express my gratitude to Dr. Shama Hussein and the International Institute of Influencers family for providing this wonderful opportunity to attend such informative short course. So for me, there are many things to take away from this course. As a principal, I would like to implement everything I learned throughout the course because I know it will benefit not only myself, but also all my teachers and students. Some of the things I want to take from this course are the following. If we understand and analyze our school's vision and mission statements, we can promote growth, both internally and externally. So our teachers and students can grow, even our stakeholders outside, our parents, the community as well. So as a result, every individual in our team will work while adhering to the DepEd's core values and ethics. Simultaneously, as a leader, I must listen to their concerns and suggestions. Collaborative decision-making is vital, especially when determining what is best for our school. So I have also learned the difference between compliment, criticism, and feedback, as what my co-participant explained just now. It won't help us grow while receiving feedback. When we concentrate on listening to compliments and criticisms, for me, it won't help us grow. While receiving feedback in our performance as a leader will make us a better leader. So in the same way, that when I give feedback to my teachers, to my non-teaching personnel, it must be in constructive manner so that they will learn from it instead of getting insulted or embarrassed. So these are just a few of the many things I learned in this course. So with all of this, I would be better equipped to lead my school. Thank you again, International Institute Influencers, for humanizing us and helping us to become better educators. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Very nice answer. But as you know, that when you have to implement discipline, it is pretty hard. And maybe at times people think that it is not humanizing effect. So while getting your training with III, how do you relate it? What experience of training did you get wherein you think you can balance the dehumanizing and humanizing aspect of education?
Okay, thank you, sir, Dr. Shindo. For me, as I learned from this course, I learned that we must be empathic listener. We leaders should be empathic. We have to consider also consider the situation of our parents, especially now that they are suffering the bad effect of this pandemic. So we should be considerate. We must be friendly to them and understand their situation so that we can work harmoniously.
Nice, very nice. Finally, what do you think you should make changes to upgrade your educational system after all the hardships of this pandemic? There are so many things which people are trying to inculcate and trying to adopt and make changes in the educational system. So how do you look at it? What changes do you think we should do?
I think the changes that we can make now is we should be more considerate to our constituents, especially our teachers who are working from home. Before, when they were teaching on site or in school, we can easily talk to them. And now that they are working from home, I think we can we can communicate more. We have to give more time communicating with them, even if it's done virtually. You know? Even with our parents, we should be transparent. We have to, from the start of the school year, I think, so that we can work harmoniously. From the start of the school year, our vision and mission should be clear to all our parents and teachers, so that they know what we are going to. They should know our goal, so that everybody in our school is focused on that goal or vision.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And all the best. All the best for your future. Happy times with AAA.
Thank you so much, International Institute of Influencers. Thank you. Dr. Sham, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Selma. It is, you're always inspiring, inspirational to everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Sindhu. Thank you, Dr. Sindhu. Let me move on now to Mr. Karim. So, Mr. Karim, stage is yours.
All right. So the next question I have is going to be
Mr.
for...
Karim, sorry. I apologize if you don't mind. I forgot Tagbirji is waiting. I'm extremely sorry. Tagbirji, it's your turn.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next question I have is for Dr. Gloria V. Bien. Dr. Gloria V. Bien. Are you here? Can you wave your hand so I can see where you're at? Is Dr. Gloria here?
Yes. Good evening, good afternoon out there in your place. Here, good evening, almost good evening.
Okay. All right. So Dr. Gloria, got 3 questions for you. I have 3 questions for you. Number 1, I want to first of all congratulate you for successfully completing the training. Can you please share your experience with the training at the International Institute of Influencers? Can you share your experience with the training you received at the International Institute of Influencers?
Okay. Thank you, sir. Good afternoon. Good evening once again to each and everyone. I would say that the thing that which I learned in this international study that we have is, I would say it's one of the significant or milestone of being as a teacher, because it's the first time that we have directly shared with our speaker through the leadership of Dr. Shama, and with the participation of all my classmates or my colleagues, wherein they have really been empowered as a leader, because each and one of us is a leader by ourselves, but more so that we have improved ourselves as to how we can deal on being as a leader, to have an influence not only to our class, to our respective class, but at this time, hopefully with an international influence, I guess so. Thank you.
All right. All right. Question number two. Emotional intelligent leaders are proactive. Emotional intelligent leaders are proactive. Can you please suggest one small story of proactiveness? Can you share or suggest one small story of proactiveness?
Okay, thank you again for that question, Dr. Karim. Okay, proactiveness, as they say, is someone who looks outside of the world on some opportunities that they need to share. And instead of looking to the situation that we are into, is have it a way for have a change. So if ever, the short story that I would like to share is my personal conviction and my journey towards how I've been empowered as a proactive emotional leader. At first, I was hesitant then, but because in our present situation, we have a great opportunity to influence the world, to be a global educator. So as I have learned from Dr. Shama that there is such a study with this diploma in international management, I grabbed the opportunity, knowing that I have some potential skills which I could share to my colleagues. That's why I have invited them to be a part of this study, of this almost 2-month study, which I greatly appreciated. And of course, I do believe likewise that my co-participants have gained a lot, no? A lot in such a way. It's our first time to be interactive and very proactive as to how we respond to the challenges, to the outputs that need to be complied. And as they say, we are not after for the certificate, but we are after for the experience towards our journey as towards becoming an international influencer. And what strikes me most is the very goal of the III, which is humanization in education. It have more of my personal conviction on how to look into how can be a part of educating the world and looking into, regardless of what bias is, just like for example this pandemic. No, there are a lot of hindrances that we can learn, but through this modality of this international linkage and opportunity given to us, my God, I praise God. I praise each and one of us here, especially the board members of the III, for giving us the opportunity, we the Philippines, here in the Philippines, to be a part of this very notable opportunity for us to attend this.
I mean, yung objective ng bawat.
Excellent. 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 Third and final question for you. Third and final question.
There is sound.
I think we have somebody coming through. Third and final question for you.
Yes.
What is your promise to the society towards humanization of education? What is your promise to the society towards humanization of education?
Okay, thank you for that question. I do promise with regards to the humanization in education that whatever that I have learned from this session, from this 2-month session, I will try my best to influence others, having my commitment to the vision and mission which I have shared, because not to brag, I'm one of the gender and development coordinator in our division in Quezon City. So equality in education is ruled. So there should be no disparity about sexes and gender in order to address the needs of all the learners. And likewise, we need also to give consideration for those who are unable to have their formal studies. So probably we can come up some alternative system of education that we can enhance and share. There are opportunities, there are institutions who's providing studies, free studies. So probably I could initiate that there are institutions which has its open doors, just like you, in just a very minimal amount, we can influence the world. And most of all is that humanization in education is not just educating by mind, but of the heart. Committing ourselves to the conviction of what we are made for as a teacher, as an influencer, as according to we have called upon with this profession as a teacher. Thank you. That's all.
Very nice.
Dr. Gloria, I want to thank you again for your participation and congratulations on making it through the International Institute of Influencers.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure, sir. Thank you so much to all participants and the people behind the success of this. God bless us all.
Thank you, Dr. Gloria, for such a you're a truly proactive leader. I have witnessed it personally. Thank you for inspiring many. I know you are a great influencer. We are honored to have you. Trust me. Thank you, Dr. Gloria. And thank you, Mr. Kevin. Thank you. Let me move on to Tyagvirji. I apologize. It was Tyagvirji.
Tyagveerji. Your turn. Stage is yours, Tyagveerji.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sama. And I'm privileged to be part of this wonderful panelist, Dr. Alisa White, Dr. Sindhu Bhaskar, and Kareem Alice. And very hearty welcome to all the participants of this instructional leadership diploma. So my first student today is Ruby P. Trinidad. Ruby P. Trinidad. Is he there?
I am present, sir.
Yeah. So Ruby, firstly, the congratulations for successfully completing this program. And I am happy that you are there, you are showing up, that shows the commitment. So can you please share your experience with the training of International Institute of Influencers?
Good day and good afternoon to everyone. It is my honor to be part and to be trained in this newfound gems of learning. And I'm very grateful to Dr. Sharma for sharing us the new knowledge, new approach of learning and how to deal with the new normal of learning. We learn so much from her, the application, not only the theories, but the application by giving us the example, the real life situation that she taught us.
Wonderful, Mr. Ruby. My next question to you is, we usually receive feedback from others. People call this as a gift. So what are the three important things that you must do while receiving a feedback? Could you just give out those three things which, as a part of gift, you should understand?
Thank you very much, Pereger. The three important things when it comes to feedback is, first, we must learn to apply the art of listening. When I say listening, we just relax and focus and to give full our attention to someone who gives feedback. The action will help us to understand and to comprehend. In other words, we should listen carefully so that we can do the right process, the right application by using our cognitive, our affective or emotional intelligence, so that the right application and the right action will be done. So please be listened. Secondly, when it comes to feedback, we must accept the feedback. Don't ignore it and throw it back. Don't throw it away. And don't ever use any excuses or alibi to put yourself in the mood of defense. Accept it. Ask question, clarificatory question. If it is to be clarified, acknowledge any valid points. Take time to reflect. Reflection is very important when it comes to feedback. What you heard and sort out, and it is good you can see the objectives. You have the right for the common good, then you decide for the change. Change not only for good, better, if possible, for best. Therefore, accept the feedback. Thirdly, as the leaders, we must be grateful. Grateful for that person who gave feedback and be grateful for feedback itself. Because feedback will help us to be more good and more, more emotionally teachers. Then the word, say grateful, just say the word thank you. The two word thank you. It is not expensive word. You can give it freely. So say it and mean to say it. So be truly thankful. A thank you word is that comes from your heart, not only from your lips, but from your heart. Because emotionally, and we are emotionally intelligent person that comes from the heart. We can say it through lips, but must become from also to our heart. So I always said feedback is a gift. Therefore, be thankful because you receive a special gift, a gift of feedback. Thank you very much, Dr. Sharma, for sharing to us your life, your experiences, and your knowledge. We appreciate you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Wonderful, Mr. Ruby. The way you answered it is really awesome, and I must congratulate you for this answer. And what I could summarize is that you said it is first important quality is that you listen, then accept, and then finally pay the gratitude to the person who is giving the feedback, because he is doing good to you, and he wanted that you should be the version 2 of yourself. So that's wonderful. The final question, Mr. Ruby, is that are we as educators really preparing and empowering our future generation? What is your view on this?
Yes, sir. That's why we must learn to know how to influence first ourselves so that we can influence others, because we cannot give something we do not have. So therefore, we must learn how to influence through the teaching of Ma'am Shama, and then we can share it to the new generation so that they be a good influencer too. We do it more by multiplication, not just addition. Addition is just 1 plus 1 is 2. We do it multiplication so that we can multiply a lot of the new generation to become an influencer person, sir.
So this corollary to this, Mr. Ruby, when you talk about the empowering, what do you exactly think of empowering someone?
We give them the right, we give them the privilege to do, we empower them, we give them the challenge to do it, and we as leaders, we just there to guide them, because we want them to become a leader in the future also. So we empower them, though sometimes they commit mistake or many challenges, yet as a leader, we can influence them to go on, to move on, and to do their best, because failures is present to all of us, that we feel we can use that failure to become an opportunity. So we can influence them, we can empower them to do and to be a better generation someday, sir.
Good, Mr. Ruby. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Over to Sama.
Thank you, Tagbirji and Mr. Ruby. Thank you so much. Feel so proud of you thank you for your great insights. Thank you so much once again. So now let me move on to Dr. Eliza. Let me move on to Dr. Eliza. Dr. Eliza, stage is yours.
Thank you again, Dr. Shama. And so the next participant that I'm going to interview this
Dr. Eliza, are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes, Dr. Eliza.
Awesome. Great. So I have Maria Olga.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Hi. Maria, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I just see myself.
Sorry.
There you are.
I don't know how to fix my background, but
so let me help you real quick. So if you can go really at the bottom where your little stop video is, and you click that arrow pointing up, it would say choose virtual background. And you can say no background. You can take off green screen, sorry. Uncheck I have a green screen, and you should pop up.
Actually, I just...
There you are.
I just have it. No background at all.
Okay. All right. So
Good
beautiful.
afternoon.
Your smiling face. Good afternoon. And so congratulations, Maria, on completing the training of leadership here at III.
Thank you, ma'am.
I have the first question for you. Are you ready?
Yes.
Can you tell me about your experience with the training?
My experience in this training for the III gives me a lot of ideas, sharing of what I have learned every meeting to my colleagues in the new school that I have now. So it's actually a continuous learning for me. So every week I'm waiting for Dr. Shama's teaching of or sharing of her ideas, expertise. So I'm happy I'm part of that.
Awesome. What do you do, Maria? What's your leadership role?
I'm teaching grade 7 students and at the same time mentoring my colleagues.
Very well. So you're a mentor teacher. Awesome. That
Thank
is
you.
a courageous task to teach young children. Here's my second question for you. Every organization has mission and vision, right?
Yes.
How can you differentiate between mission and vision? How can you differentiate between mission and vision? Tell
Thank
us
you
what.
for that wonderful question. Okay, so I think mission is actually focuses on the present situation. So the meaning for that mission is actually a concise job description of an organization that focus on an everyday activity. So an organization should have what would happen, a plan for next scenarios, while a vision is actually a clear picture of a feasible future. So it has a long-term goal or focuses on the future. So it doesn't, if we have a strong mission, it only means we don't need the vision because it starts today. So I believe on that. So thank you for that question, ma'am.
Wow. Okay. That's a powerful statement. All right. My third question for you, Maria, is how can you implement training, the training that you've learned here at III, in your real life? How can you implement the training that you received here at III in your real life?
I think for me, even if we ended this training on a weekend, I still believe that we have the power to continue sharing what we have learned so that other young colleagues of us, like teachers, new teachers in the organization of Department of Education here in the Philippines, will still continue our legacy to promote good Filipino people and continue the quality, the high standards of learning here in the Philippines. Thank you.
Thanks, Maria. I got one more question. You get a bonus, right? You like bonuses?
Yes, I like bonuses.
Well, let's get it. And we want a bonus from you. Can you tell us what was one of the most life-changing things you learned in the training?
The life changing that I've learned in this training is that learning from different people, which is I have not met actually face to face, but I keep on listening to their answers while Dr. Sharma is asking them, because you can see or you can learn from them even if they are not all teachers, but they are in different position in life. So from that answers of them, we gain a lot of knowledge, and we can actually apply it personally, literally in my current position now in a new school. Thank you.
Wow. Once again, congratulations, Maria. And thank you for letting me put you on the hot seat. You have a rise to the challenge.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're very welcome. All right. I'll hand it back to Dr. Sharma.
Thank you so much, Dr. Eliza. First of all, you are making this platform so gracious, Dr. Eliza. All the participants are feeling so friendly, so happy. And thank you for making them feel so relaxed. Thank you so much, Dr. Eliza, once again. And Ms. Maria, thank you for your wonderful responses. I'm feeling so happy. Thank you once again.
Thank you, doctor.
Thank you so much. Now let me move on to Dr. Sindhu. Dr. Sindhu, the stage is yours.
Thank you. So the next participant is Catherine R. Barintos. Catherine R. Barintos. Are you there? Catherine?
I think
She may come late, Dr. Sindhu. I think.
Okay, so
yeah.
I shift to move to other one. Evelyn B. Pepinas. Evelyn B. Pepinas.
Yes. Good evening.
Evelyn, you are there?
I'm here, po. I'm here.
Okay, great. Very good evening. I can see you are full of bright hues. So all the best for the questions. They are not going to be too difficult. So relax. So how did you like this whole training session of Triple I? What was your experience?
My own experience is I feel so grateful, and I want to thank Dr. Shama for all the knowledge imparted to us. I feel so blessed because there are so many educators, but I am one of the chosen lucky one to be with her once a week for at least 3 hours. I learned a lot from her, and from the bottom of my heart, I really thank you, Dr. Shama. You know that I texted you sometime. You are very heartwarming leader. And I thank all the staff or the doctors here who gave us the opportunity to know and learn from their experiences. That's all.
Okay. Now, you know, every organization has certain vision, mission. Every organization has certain vision and mission.
Yes, sir.
For Facebook, or now it is called Meta, what do you think? What is their vision and mission?
I think their mission, the Facebook mission, is to give people the power to build the community and bring the world together because of the network coverage. So I think that is their mission, and their vision is to connect people and to connect with friends, family, relatives, and to discover what is going on with the other people around the world. That's their mission.
That's good. So those who are addicted to mobile phones, they don't have time for their relatives. So it is better to meet them on Facebook and Meta and wish them and ask them, okay, how you are doing and what we should do now. Okay, let's move to the last question. How do you describe the course of Triple I? Was it helpful in making you an instructional leader? Or do you have some other views that this course is lacking in content? It could not give you the desired motive for which you joined the course?
For me,
let me repeat the question. How do you describe the course of Triple I? Was it helpful in making you an instructional leader?
Okay. It's very helpful. All the knowledges I've learned are new. This is the first time I heard about emotionally intelligent leader. The strategies are very much effective. Actually, I applied it in our school. I'm a master teacher in Aguinaldo Elementary School. So from step by step, I'm beginning to acquire every knowledge that Dr. Shama imparted and applied it, not even just in the teaching staff or teaching community, but also to my students. I enjoy our discussion, very lively. So I try to observe everything that Dr. Shama imparted to us every Saturday so that I can impart it with my colleagues, with my students, and to other communities, of course.
So with all these influential characteristics of the training, you are able to hypnotize your students in your school.
Yeah, I should say.
Make them do everything as per your wish. Okay, all the best. Have a nice
Okay, thank you so
evening.
much.
And
Thank you.
thank you for your course. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
And I wish to say that I have to go out for some other, my personal tests and all. So I'm taking leave of you all. I'm sorry about it. So rest of the participants, they will be taken care of by Dr. Sharma. Thank you once again. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sindhu. Thank you so much for your time, Dr. Sindhu. Thank you so much, Dr. Sindhu, once again. So let me move on to Mr. Karim. Mr. Karim, stage is yours.
All right. So I have the pleasure of asking questions to Narissa P. Lingani. Narissa P. Lingani. Narissa, are you here?
Yes, I'm here, Dr. Sham. Hey, Dr. Karim. Good evening.
All right. All right. So number one, I want to congratulate you for successfully completing the training. Would you please share your experience with the training of International Institute of Influencers? Would you please share your experience with the International Institute of Influencers?
Okay, thank you so much, Sir Karim. Yeah, first of all, like what Ma'am Doc Bien mentioned earlier, this is my first time to join an international program. And also, this is also a new thing for us. It's an influencers diploma program. So it's very different from what we are usually trained or asked to attend in our trainings. Being part of this diploma program has been very motivating, refreshing, and really an eye-opening for me. There were a number of things that I have to unlearn, both in my personality and in my practice as a leader. With Dr. Shama's very comprehensive and real-life explanations of what it takes to become an inspiring influencer, I was able to keep up with my learnings and apply it slowly in my everyday life. I hope to see that I will be able to live up to the goals of this program.
I absolutely love that answer. I'm a strong believer that leadership is influence, and influence creates opportunity. So I can see that you are already a very strong and dedicated leader. Question number two. Mission and vision are important for any organization. Mission and vision is important for any organization. Can you please explain to us what is the mission and the vision for Facebook, or as we now know it as Meta? What is the mission and the vision for Facebook, which is now Meta?
Yeah, I think all of us are great users, especially here in the Philippines, of this social media platform. I believe that the foremost mission of Facebook is to give people the power to build community and bring the world closer together. And evidently and obviously, they have achieved that. Their mission is to use this platform to stay connected with friends and family, to discover what's going on in the world, and share and express what matters to them. These two statements are really very reflective of the characteristics of a good mission and vision. First, Facebook's mission is true to what their platform promises, especially in this time of pandemic, to build communities. Here in the Philippines, we even have used Facebook in times of calamities. So I think they have added that feature in the platform, in that social media platform. And secondly, Facebook's vision specifically talked about why community matters. The vision clearly interweaves into the mission beautifully. So it was able to bring the world closer together. And so, connect the why to the how of the company.
I love it. I love your answer. I love it. Obviously, Facebook has done a great job in tying the world together. One last question for you. I have one last question for you. How can you describe the course of III, and was it helpful in making you an instructional leader? How can you describe the course of III, and was it helpful, or how was it helpful in making you an instructional leader?
Thank you, Sir Karim. To my fellow educators and leaders, I believe that the teachers are leaders already in their own ways. III's program has made me reflect, look back on my practice. I've been in this field for the last 20 years. And like what I mentioned earlier, it was indeed eye-opening because I was able to name a few of the things that that hit me in our course was being able to the importance of giving the appropriate feedback, because nowadays, because of time, because of different challenges, what we usually do is just give and give comments, criticisms without really looking at the proper way to do it so that we can impact and influence for the better our colleagues. Then I also learned or remembered how important is a well administered meeting. So the role of each and how can each of the members really contribute by giving them the chance, recognizing each other's strengths and weaknesses, and being able to see that we can all complement one another's differences. So I think the III program has helped me really to stop and reflect again on my practice as a leader and as a educator, and hopefully build and contribute to building a more humane education.
I love it. I absolutely love your response. Before I give it back to Dr. Sharma, I have to give you one more bonus question. Are you up for it? One more bonus question. What will you take away from this training, and what is your promise to the Society for Humanization of Education?
My takeaway would be the learnings that I have received and heard from not only from Dr. Shama to Dr. Bien and to all my fellow or my classmates here in the program, because they have walked their talk. They have shown me how to be a real leader by learning to complement one another's. Because in this time, differences have turned it into, more of a conflict rather than complementing. So I think that's one of the most important things that we have to learn and to be able to impart on my part, especially not only to my colleagues, but also to my learners. Thank you.
Well, Narissa, I want to thank you so much for it and for your response. And I'm going to turn it back over to Dr. Shama.
Thank you, Dr. Karim.
Thank you so much, Mr. Karim. Thank you for this wonderful interaction, both of you. And Ms. Nerissa, you're always wonderful. You're always winsome. You're always gorgeous. Thank you so much for your wonderful answers. Thank you once again, Ms. Nerissa. Thanks a lot. So now let us move on to our vivacious, dynamic panelist judge, Dr. Aliza.
Thank you, Dr. Shama. All right, let's see. My next participant is Dr. Yuli Yu. Dr. Yuli Yu, are you here? Come up to the stage.
Hi. Am I?
All right, are we bringing her up?
Yeah, Dr. Eli is there.
Yes, right, I'm here.
There you are. Dr. Lisa. Nice to meet you and congratulations.
Nice to meet you too.
Yes, congratulations on completing the training here. And I am excited to get you in the hot seat. My first question to you is, what are the important components of emotional intelligence? Can you explain what that is with an example? So I'm going to ask that again. It's a mouthful. What are the important components of emotional intelligence? Can you explain any form and give us examples as much as you wish to help us learn a little bit more about what you learn about emotional intelligence?
Okay. Thank you very much for that question, Dr. Alisa. We all have different personalities, different wants and needs, and, different ways of showing our emotions. Navigating all through this will take some tact and cleverness. and especially if we hope to succeed in life. This is where emotional intelligence becomes important to us. Emotional intelligence, as imparted by Dr. Shama, is the ability to recognize our own emotions, understand what they are telling to us, and realizing how these affect people around us, our subordinates, our supervisors, our heads, and all the people that surrounds us. It also involves our perceptions of others. When you understand how they feel, this is how we manage our relationship or make our relationship more effectively, which is a gateway to better learning, like what we're doing right now, a better understanding, friendship, academic success, and also in the employment. And emotional, to better understand this, we have four concepts of this emotional intelligence. Okay, we have thought about the self-awareness, which is being aware of what we are feeling, being conscious of the emotion within ourselves. And, those people with high levels of self-awareness learn to trust their gut feelings and realize that these feelings can provide useful information about a decision making. Second one is the self-regulation. This is the ability to control emotions and impulses. I'm going to tell you something about this later. People who self-regulate typically don't allow themselves to become too angry, so to speak, or jealous, or and they don't get impulsive and do careless decisions. The key point here is they think before they act. Number three is the social awareness. Being socially aware means that we should understand how we react to different social situations and effectively modify our interactions with other people so that we can achieve the best results. It also means being aware of the world around us and how different environments influence people. Number four is social regulation. The final component of emotional intelligence. This is the ability to connect with others, like what we are doing. Again, we build each other's positive relationship, respond to the emotions of others, and influence each other to be on the same page with us. For me, I think self-awareness is the most important because it seems to be the latest management buzzword, so to speak, and for good reason. Okay? What do you mean by self-awareness? This is knowing one's internal states, preference, resources, intuition. Okay? So why do you think this is important? The biggest reason why self-awareness is important is that it allows us to better control our own mindset, okay, and turn into something positive despite the negative external factor. I'll give you an example. Suppose we are stuck in a traffic. Well, we are taught about that by Dr. Shama. Being self-aware will not magically create an eternal smile on our face during this horrific situation. Okay, but it allows us to look further than just the direct effect of being stuck in the traffic. So when you are fully aware of being stuck in the traffic, is not something actually we all enjoy. But if we think of the teaching of Dr. Shama, the relationship we had here, okay, then we have the opportunity to change the way we react to it. We will always think of that. And we can actually decide of being stuck in the traffic will not bother us anymore. If we decide to focus on the positive things, thinking about the lessons we have learned about this, thinking about how Dr. Shama influenced us, will make us happy and will make us think that positive things make us really happy in our lives, right? Okay. So my last key point here is self-awareness keep us grounded, attuned, and focused. So thank you, Dr. Shama, for imparting your knowledge to us.
Awesome. Dr. Hiro, I tell you what, you said one of my favorite buzzwords, my own, self-awareness. So you're saying that EQ is better than IQ? Or what do you think? It's about the same, as important in the development of the human being?
Yeah, I think EQ is more important than IQ because we need to empathize. You need empathy. We need an open mindset. So to make things work, we need positive vibes during this negative situation we are in right now.
Man,
and we
I
are
love
really,
that.
yeah.
I love that. I'm going to think about that the next time traffic piles up in
Yeah.
downtown Phoenix.
You
I'll
always
use
think of.
my EQ and think of something positive. How inspiring, Dr. Yu. Thank you so much. And I tricked you into giving me a bonus answer. So here's my second official question for you. Sorry, no, we're on to the third. I've asked you so many questions. How can you describe the course that you've taken here in leadership from III? Was it helpful in making you an instructional leader?
Yeah, of course. I have attended so many webinars like this, and nothing compares to this actually. And in this special webinar, we have learned altogether a lot more about not just management of learning, but we have more learned about how to influence people, how to imbibe positivity. And as an educator myself, I become more knowledgeable about the different platforms we can use in delivering educations with little resource. And we are doing it internationally and virtually. So this kind of training empowers us, educators, on how to cope up with the new normal setting of education. So we are happy to see all of you. We have a panel of judges questioning us, giving us support. And this kind of training truly helps us to become more empowered and more updated with the different trends of education. So once again, thank you, all of you. Thank you to the panel of judges. Thank you, Dr. Shama, for their leadership and management, which make us really more empowered.
Wow, outstanding, Dr. Yu. I thank you so much for your time today. And
Thank you
once
for
again,
your time, Dr. Eliza.
Congratulations. You sound like you're powered up and ready to take your leadership, your instructional leadership to another level. So you do that, and I can't wait to see what else you're going to do in your work. Dr. Shama, over to you again, dear.
Thank you so much, Dr. Eliza. Thank you so much. Thank you. Big thank you. And Dr. Yulai, thank you for encouraging me with your positive vibes. Thank you for encouraging me to do more good work. I promise I'll keep on doing that. And we all together as an influencers will build a great community of influencers. Thank you, Dr. Yulai. Thank you so much. Okay. So
thank you, Dr. Shama.
Now moving on to Tyagveerji, the Colonel Tyagveerji, the most vivacious passion warrior. Tyagveerji, stage is yours.
Thank you, Dr. Sama. Here it comes my next participant, Masdis D. Laguna. Is he there? Masdis D. Laguna.
May na-assign na.
Nag-interview?
O kasi pag nag-ano ka doon, nag-register ka doon up to 12.
Masdis D. Laguna.
Kung ako nag-register, yes, good evening, sir.
Yeah, please, can you just pin up to her?
Ano ka lang yung mga dagdag ng mga tanong-tanong.
I can't see you.
Wala, busy.
Yan, oh.
I think she will join. Rajarav Garu, can you spotlight her? With,
yeah. Please spotlight.
Okay, Rajarav Garu. Okay. Mercedes, Mercedes.
Yes.
Yes, yes, good evening. Good evening, sir.
Okay. Let him spotlight because I can't see you as of now. I would like to see you before I put up a question to you. Yeah. So, hello, Masjid. How are you?
I'm fine, sir.
Very nice.
I'm grateful that I am part of this session, sir.
Good. So, Masjid, there is a normal question for you. Firstly, the congratulations being part of this instructional leadership program, and all of you have done wonderfully well. So let me know that your experience which you had with this Institute of Influencers. What is your experience?
Well, my experience, sir, is something that I am not expecting, because in every webinar that I attended, it's different. They are not the same.
Okay.
That's why I am very grateful that I am part of this program, and learn a lot from Dr. Sharma. And I am very happy and grateful that I've learned a lot, and somehow or soon I can impart and I can use this during my journey in educating of my colleague, at the same time my friends, and even my friends in education.
Very nice thought. Yeah, go ahead.
Of course, I can also use this in my students as well, and even my subordinates.
Wonderful, Masjid. That is what you are supposed to do. You have to make leaders. Once you are the leader, you have to create more leaders out of your colleagues, out of your friends, and out of your students. So wonderful thought, Masjid. My next question is based on the picture. I will show you a picture, and then you have to assess that what is it all about. So, Dr. Sama, can you just flash the picture?
Yes, Tyagveji, I am sharing the screen. I am showing the picture.
Yeah.
Okay, let me share the PowerPoint of Tyagveji.
Yeah. So, Masjid, can you just see this picture in the right, which is the face is expressing what? Embarrassment, sadness, amusement, or shame. That is what you have to analyze this face and just let us know that what is it all about. Could you just do something and let us know, Masjid? Take your time.
Yes. Yes, observing the picture, sir, being embarrassed.
Very nice.
Expressing embarrassment and sadness and amusement and shame. Of course, if there are people who happen to be in this situation, I have to talk to them, and I have to talk to them and give them a sense of advice that make them happy, and that they will not focus on that embarrassment, because somehow this thing, they will help them to stand out, and perhaps it could be their it could also be the tool for them to make them strong and make them to do something, to do good, to do better. It is not just if this happened to them, to this to the people who are suffering from this embarrassment, of course, I will give them the care, of course, and not give them negative, but give them the positive words so that they can lift them up. And
Very
work.
nice.
Yes.
Very, very nice thought. Very nice thought. Masdiz, you really brought out. Just let me know, how do you differentiate between the embarrassment and the shame? Can you just give me 2 points about this? Somebody is feeling ashamed of himself or somebody feeling embarrassed?
Okay. Sometimes when you are embarrassed, you do something negative already, or you did not work anymore. So your feeling is such something you are not worth in life anymore. That's why that's why that's why you have to do better. Look for the people who something that make you feel better. When you are ashamed, something that you did not do good, something you do good, but somehow feel ashamed still. But you should not think of that, because you cannot please everyone, you cannot please everybody, but all you have to do is do good and do better. For as long as you do better, there's nothing to be ashamed of.
Good effort, Masjid, good effort. But just give you the bit of tips on that for all the listeners as well. When you are embarrassed, you normally give a very restricted smile with a tight lips, and you bend your neck for the other side. Whereas the ashamed guy can be neck down, and he may not give a smile, and he will be really looking sad. So that is just for the information of everyone. So thank you, Masjid. Wonderful answers, and God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Dr. Sama, for you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Tyagveerji, for giving such a clear idea of embarrassment and ashamed. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ms. Mercedes. Thank you. Thank you very much once again. Okay, now let's move our train towards Martin Luther King of III, that is Mr. Kareem.
Dr. Shama, you are far too kind. You are far too kind. All right, the next person, the next participant I have is Ryan Noel A. Donna. Ryan Noel A. Donna. Ryan, are you here?
Hi, Dr. Kareem, I'm here. Good evening.
All right, it is awesome to see you, my friend. So question number one, and off the bat, I want to congratulate you as well for successfully completing this training. I know it was powerful to make it through it, right? So here's the first question I got for you. Can you please share your experience with the training of International Institute of Influencers? Can you please share your experience with the training from the International Institute of Influencers?
Based on the different sessions that we had with Dr. Shama, actually, personally, I have this kind of redirecting of what we have as a leader. It is more in the realization as we go through the different fields. We do directing, we do helping other people, but in the sessions, as we go along with the different sessions, Dr. Shama show us that even if you are a leader, you don't just do guiding them and give them what to do, and you need to what to do your own deliverables, but more on how to humanize it, how to dip inside, go deep inside to different people. So it's a self-realization. It's a good self-realization and self-directing for you to become a leader and become an influencer.
I love the listen. I love the energy that you gave that answer with. I received that energy right now. I love it. Here's question number two, my friend. Question number two. What are the four important developmental levels in leadership? D1, D2, D3, D4. What are the four important developmental levels in leadership? And can you please explain in relation to the employees inside an organization? Can you please explain in relation to the employees inside an organization?
Thank you, Dr. Kareem. In regards to the developmental levels of leadership, it talks about more in terms of competence and the commitment. For the levels, we do have the D1, D2, D3, D2 to D3, and D4. For D1, we do have the low competence but with high commitment. While for D2, we do have the low competence and low commitment. We also have for D3, the high competence and low commitment. While for D4, which is the one that we're looking at for the different leaders and influencers, which is the high competence and high commitment. In our different organizations, it is truly that the people that get inside, the newly either newly promoted or new teachers or a new person in an organization, there is a level wherein there could be a low competence, a bit of low competence and low commitment. But as you go along, because it is a development in terms of leadership, we are looking at that person later on that could be from a low competence, high commitment, and it becomes low competence and low commitment. But later on, at the end of the day, we are looking at those people to become more high competent and high commitment people.
I love it. Listen, the energy. I love the energy.
It's the Dr. Shama's chakra every Saturday. We have a very, very good vibes and positive vibe from Dr. Shama. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, well, I can tell Dr. Shama's done a great job on preparing you for the role of leadership. I have one question left for you and a bonus question. One question left and a bonus question. Question number 3, how can you implement training of International Institute of Influencers for the Society? How can you implement training of International Institute of Influencers for the Society?
As like what I've said a while ago, since the III gives us a more opener to everyone, just like me, my own mission and vision to myself became redirected because of Dr. Shama. I think it's not enough to become a leader, but become an influencer. So my vision is to continue to get more people to become more excellent and more with honor, and to have a mission of people to empower people to become more efficient, effective, and self-directed. That's very important to people to become self-directed. Aside from, of course, effective, efficient, innovative, being self-directed is very important for us to become more influencer to others. So I think that's how we can go on and put it into context in our own perspective, in our own group, maybe in our own society or in our own institution.
Ryan, I love it. I absolutely love your response. Here's your bonus question. What will you take away from this training, and what is your personal promise to the Society for Humanization of Education? What will you take away from this training, and what's your promise, my friend, to the Society of Humanization of Education?
Actually, Dr. Kareem, I have two very important notes. The first one is the feedback, but I think I am more into redirecting my mission and vision. So I think that would be the one that I'm going to promise for my colleagues and also to my subordinates, to be more, not more into a leader, but more an influencer to them, to empower them, to give more attention on how humanization, just like I think the vision of the III. It is not for the standard of life, but more in the standard of living. That's how I'm going to somehow use what I've learned in the III, and that's how Dr. Shama. I'm very grateful and thankful with Dr. Shama with that.
All right. So Ryan, I want to say right now, based on your responses, my friend, you are definitely a leader that's ready to go. You have made myself proud. You've made III proud. And I'm sure you've made Dr. Shama proud. Dr. Shama, I turn it back over to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kareem. And Ryan, thank you so much. You're always my favorite. Always, you are so emotional, so you want to do something. You're innovative, creative, and you want to bring lots of things to society. I'm sure young people like you will definitely bring the change. And yes, as Mr. Karim said, yes, proud of III. You all are giving, means enhancing the value of III. Thank you. I am from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you, Dr. Salma.
Thank you. Let's move on to, thank you, Dr. Thank you, Mr. Karim. Thank you so much. Now, let's move on to our dynamic and vivacious, versatile Dr. Eliza White. Dr. Eliza, stage is yours.
Thank you so much. My goodness, let me tell you guys, it's 2 a.m. here, and it's now 3 a.m. in the morning here in Arizona. And I am wide awake, and I am fired up. Let me tell you, like Kareem said, leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. And so to see you all with so much energy and fire to influence change and the standard of living in your communities and in your own life is just such an amazing experience to watch unfold before our eyes, right? If you are feeling the vibe, say, yes, I am in the comments section. While we bring up our next participant, J. Mark M. Arvalo. Let me see the comment box lighting up with yes, I am. Let's get it going in here. Let me put on some music. It is 3 a.m. and I'm fired up. So you guys have no excuse. It's Jay here. J. Mark M. Arvalo. Welcome, Jay. It's so nice to see you and Evie too. Yes. I'm seeing it all in the chat. Light it up. All right. Congratulations, Jay, on successfully.
Hi. Good evening.
Yes, I am so glad to meet you and congratulations
nice to meet
again.
You too. Thank you very much.
Awesome. So here's your first question. I'm going to go easy on you, right? You kind of know what I'm going to ask. Share a bit about your experience with the training right here at III. How's it been?
All right. So thank you very much for that question. And I would like to give 3 words to describe my experience with this training. Of course, I'm going to start with the first one. It is motivational. Next one, informative. And the third one is challenging. I would say that it's motivational because every Saturday, Dr. Shama would always start with a connect. Okay, that is her way on how to connect us, to connect the participants, even in this virtual platform. You know, it's hard to create the climate when you don't know your participants, who are they and where they coming from. But with that strategy that Dr. Shama has introduced, I myself copied that as well in order to connect to my students in my classroom, in the digital classroom. The next one, it's informative because like many others in this session, it's also my first time to attend an informative seminar or sessions like this. And I would say that it is an extraordinary platform wherein all the participants can also share their ideas. And personally, I've learned from each of them. All right. And it's challenging because after each session, Dr. Shama would give us a challenge on how to practice the concepts that we have learned from that session. So all in all, it's a very extraordinary opportunity. And I would like to personally thank Dr. Shama for all the learnings and expertise that she gained from her experience to us. And also thank you to Dr. Gloria Bien for inviting me to attend this very awesome platform. Thank you very much.
And Jay, why did you have to do that? You know, Dr. Shama invited me to stop by and I didn't make it. Now you made me feel like I missed out. But you know what? Next time I'll come by, I promise. Because now I'm like challenging, inspiring, motivating, connecting. That's my kind of thing. So with that, let me ask you the next question, Jay. Are you ready?
All right. Yeah, I'm
I
ready.
think Dr. Sharma has a picture she's going to bring up on the screen for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm bringing on Dr. Lisa. I'm just
awesome. Awesome. Jay, what do you do? What's your leadership role?
I am a classroom
Your
teacher.
influential role.
And
we're going to go with influential.
Yeah. I am a classroom teacher, and I also a team leader in our school.
Awesome. What grade do you teach?
Grade 1.
Wow. Oh, those blood. Oh, I love them. I love them. Let me see. I'm going to give some shout out while Dr. Sharma gets. Thank you, Richard and Alinza. Thank you guys. I see the box lit up. Maria, thank you so much, Donna. All right, there's the picture on the screen. Observe this picture, Jay, and relate this to the do's and don'ts of a meeting.
This is
There's
the burger, overloaded burger. Yeah, overloaded burger, Jay.
Yeah.
Is that I mean, overloaded burger? Am I correct? Yeah, okay. So what would be the question, Dr. Elisha? Sorry.
So relate what you see in this photo to the do's and don'ts of a meeting.
All right. So in that particular picture, well, it's a reflection of what we offer in a meeting. Okay, it's very overwhelming, but we have to, stick to our focus and just get a bite of it so that we have our focus. Because if we look at the totality of that overloaded burger, that will take time, that will take effort, that will take a lot of strategies, and you will be tired at the end of the day. But if you focus on one thing and just bite one of it, you will have a focus, you will concentrate on that area, and that will be great at the end of the day.
Wow, I never thought about that. Maybe that's what happened to me. I had so many meetings and trainings to lead that it was overloaded. So let me just ask, I'm curious, Jay, which part of the burger were you going to tackle first?
I'd like the I'd like the sauce.
Man, I thought you were going for the meat. I was going to go for the meat, but I couldn't even tell what it is. But great analogy. I absolutely love it. So here's your final question, Jay.
All right.
What is your promise to society towards dehumanization of education?
I think I don't like to make promises because promises are made to be broken, but instead I will work I will work on that because sorry for that. Okay, so because of the learnings and all the understanding I've gained from this seminar, okay, so I would say that I am now empowered and I have all the capacities to share it with other people. So they would also be informed of how to be a leader as a responsibility, not in your community, not only in community, but to be an influence to other people. All right, and that will start with myself as an individual. I have to walk the talk, as they may say a while ago, because you have all what you need. So you cannot share what you don't have. But now that I have it, I would say that I have it all together. Putting them all together, I am confident enough to share with others. Thank you.
Very well. So you're not making any promises, and I'm glad because I don't want broken
I will just
promises.
work on it.
You will work on it. So you're committing to work. That's your commitment, more or less. You like that word better. I see. So it's a difference of words. Jay, thank you for playing along with me. You've answered so very eloquently.
Thank
You're
you.
so assertive. Congratulations again on your achievement of completing this program.
Thank you very
And I
much.
will be around to see what you do with all of this and your commitment, not your promise. All right. Love, light, and blessings. I'm going to hand it over to Dr. Sharma. Thank you, Jay.
Nice to meet you.
You're welcome. Nice to meet you as well.
Thank you so much, Dr. Eliza. Today, for both of you, for such a wonderful interaction. Actually, it is what inspires others. Dr. Eliza, guys, all of you, do you know what is the time now in America? Dr. Eliza and Mr. Kareem, both of us are awake in this midnight. I think it is now the time is 1 or 2 there, 2 p.m. night. They are
So
doing
we
with
logged
us.
on, it was 2 a.m. and 4 a.m.
2 a.m.
our respective areas.
I want everyone first to give a big round of applause to both of them for their dedication to means to support you all. They have come here. They have come here especially to support you all for this humanization of education. Trust me, otherwise they have such a busy schedule from the morning. They are, Dr. Mr. Kareem is very international. He doesn't have free time at all. Dr. Eliza as well. When I call her, she's all the time somewhere driving somewhere in the office. All the time, both of them are such a busy and well-established people in the world. They have renowned name. And still they are here only for humanization of education. They have come here to support you all for a purpose, to encourage you all for this training. So they deserve this night, 2 p.m. also. They are so active and encouraging you all. Dr. Eliza and Mr. Kareem, I don't have words. Big thank you to both of you. Thank you so much.
It is an honor. It is an honor to serve. It is. Thank you, Dr. Sharma.
And then let me move on to Tyagveer quickly, and then we will try to Dr. Eliza, shall I continue with you otherwise so that we can finish with both of you? It's too much late, I think, for both of you. I think Tyagveer, if you allow me. Tyagveer, if you allow me, shall we, I think Mr. Kareem has left with some questions for Ms. Gina.
I do. Yes, Dr. So Dr. Sharma, I do. I actually have Gina C. Cristobal. Gina C. Cristobal. Gina, are you here?
Yes, Dr. Kareem.
All right. Well, it's a pleasure to see you. It is 5:49 in the morning here, so it is a pleasure.
Thank you for being
able to talk with you. Well, it's my honor. It's my honor. I love leadership at the top level. So to understand that I is cranking out all these leaders that's going to impact and change the world for the better. I look at everyone on this thing today as what I call a messenger of hope. A messenger of hope.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So are you ready for your 3 questions and your bonus question?
Ready.
All right. So, number 1, like everyone else before you, I want to congratulate you for successfully completing the training. Now, can you please share your personal experience with the training of International Institute of Influencers? Can you please share your experience with the training from the International Institute of Influencers?
Yes, being with this training with the International Institute of Influencers is a very great learning that I have. Actually, the first, I am very hesitant to join because of lots of loads that I have in school. But when the first meeting we had, I am really inspired by Dr. Sharma. So just like Sir Arevalo, I have also 3 things that I think I experienced during this training. First is I am inspired or inspiring, learning, more and more learnings, and of course, challenging. Inspiring because our great influencer, Dr. Sharma, is really a great leader, really. This is the first time that I attended. I thought, okay, I will attend because of the certificate. But when we start our session with her, oh my God, I am always looking forward to a Saturday class with her. And yes, I really learned a lot with Dr. Sharma, with her very enthusiastic and passionate personality. That's really taught us to, well, we can also do it. We can also influence others. Challenging because, every time, every after session, Dr. Sharma is full of vibrant in giving us activity that we should be
creative. We should put our skills on it, not just like an assignment, but you have to put your heart in those activities. So that's what I've learned during the training.
That is a wonderful response. I know Dr. Shama, if I could see her right now, I'm sure she's beaming with a wonderful smile. Now, question number 2. I am 46 years old. I turned 46 in January. And one of my favorite stories of all time has been the hare and the turtle. The hare and the turtle. Here's your question. Can you relate the hare and the turtle story to describe the importance of team building inside an organization? Can you relate the story of the hare and the turtle to describe the importance of team building inside an organization?
Yes, Dr. Karim. Actually, when I first heard that, it was my elementary grade. And when my teacher asked us, what's all about? Yes, it's all about a fable. And what did you learn? Well, do not brag. When I am in high school, another teacher asked us, what's the story behind it? Well, do not underestimate others. But when we learned it with Dr. Shama, wow, it's a really amazing story. Because this hare and the turtle story has 4 episodes. I just learned it with Dr. Shama. I thought it's only have 2 episodes. Each episode taught us many lessons which are very helpful in building a team. First, no matter how slow we are, or even if we are not the best of the best, if we have a goal and determined to reach it, we will just focus and surely we will succeed 100.100%. Okay. On the other hand, if we have already the skills, we should not be so lax and overconfident. Instead, let's keep going, let's keep improving, and let's not stick to the usual practice because remember, in these days, in this age, there's always new and changes at a lightning speed. And we have to learn to work with people with strengths in areas that we do not have. So failures must not be a hindrance to success also because we should not give up. We will work hard, find the best method or strategy to win the race. Another is let us identify each other's gift. If we are in a team, we should identify each other's gift. We should also identify each other's weaknesses. Apply them effectively to achieve the best in our field and make sure to reach our community and the workplace. So let us try also to realize what works to our advantage and change the way we approach things to suit our skills and strength, or even the skills and strengths within our team, because somehow we will create opportunities for each one. Instead of competing against each other, compete against the situation. That's what I like in the story of the hare and the tortoise. Possibly, this will create opportunities for advancement and growth, and we will perform far better. Because, when in a team, we should be one in vision, together in action. It is good to be individually brilliant and have individual skills and strength. Yes, we should be proud of that. But it is also good to bring this together. Remember, working towards a mutually beneficial solution pulls the best of everyone. And in a team, let's try to supply one strength where the other is weak. That's all.
All right. I'm not even sure I should even ask you the third question because that answer was so good to me.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr.
All right.
Karim.
You're welcome. All right. Question number 3. What is humanization of education according to you? What is humanization of education according to you?
Humanization of education,
for me is being to influence others by being empathic, being self-aware, being you have to self-manage also or self-regulate. Okay, so how can we humanize education? Let's try to understand each other's situation. That's what I know when we humanize education. Let's think of other situation and let's put ourselves in their situation. With that, we are being, or education is being humanized. Thank you.
Absolutely. Are you ready for your bonus? All right. Let's give you one bonus question. What will you take away from this powerful training? And what is your promise to the Society for Humanization of Education? What will you personally take away from this training? And what is your personal promise to the Society of Humanization of Education?
Yes. Actually, my takeaway in this training is being, can I say, 360 transformation. 360 because, well, being in this training, all my leadership skills is being developed. And I think I am ready to influence others. And I'm committing myself, yes, I am committing myself to really apply all those learnings and be the mirror of this generation, I think. Okay, be the mirror of my colleagues, be the mirror of as a head teacher, be the mirror to my teachers, and be the mirror to everyone. Thank you.
All right. Well, Gina, I love those answers. I said it earlier. I'll say it again. Leadership is influence. Influence is opportunity. And coming through these gates of I believe not only are you a leader, I believe you are already an influencer. And I believe that opportunities are going to land in your lap that's going to allow you to change the face of the world. Thank you so much for your contribution.
Yes.
And Dr. Shama, I turn it back over to you.
We are hoping for part 2, part 3 with Dr. Shama after this session.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Dr. Shama, do you hear that? They want part 2, they want part 3, and they want part 4.
We are so much inspired.
Absolutely. Dr. Shama.
I'm so honored, Regina. Always, you are so creative. You do a lot. You dedicate yourself for your betterment. You know, I don't know it's my luck or what. I have such a wonderful participants, which I feel so proud of. Who wants to study? Like the goal, the mission of III is for education, promoting education for life. And all of you are the same. I didn't get anybody who wants just for certificates. I see you, the way you people note down everything, the way you people write everything, the way Mr. Karim and Dr. Aliza, you know, you did not see their projects. One day when you're free, I will share with you their projects. You will be amazed to see their projects, the way they have done, each and every one with their own heart, wholeheartedly they have done. I feel you cannot miss amazing things. Once again, lots of gratitude to you, Ms. Dina. Thank you so much. Thank you. Big thank you. And Mr. Karim, it's morning for him. I don't know what should I tell to you. Thank you so much, Mr. Karim, for coming over and giving inspiration to all our participants that if you do good work, good people like you will come up here. See, they are so happy today to see the world famous people are here with them, to encourage them, to support them. And it is their hard work paid finally, and you're all here. Thank you, Mr. Karim. I wish everyone to show thumbs up, and thank you, Mr. Karim, for his support to all of you. And I want him to leave now, take rest now. It is 4 a.m. He must sleep now. Thank you, Mr. Karim. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. All right.
Go ahead, Kareem.
Well, I want to say thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of this wonderful, wonderful organization today. I'm so proud of all the leaders and influencers that are coming out of this organization. And I hope to see Dr. Shama a part 2, a part 3, a part 4. And she stopped at 4. I'm going to say by the looks, the smiles, and the responses I heard today, I think you might have to do a part 5. It's been a pleasure. It's been an honor. I wish you all the best on your success. Go out there, be the influencer I know you're designed to be. And most importantly, let's change this world together for the better. God bless.
Dr. Karim, thank you. Dr. Karim, nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so you leave messages to our participants.
Absolutely. So let me tell you, one of the things I am most passionate about, if you look me up anywhere on the internet, I always say that it's important that we learn how to lead ourselves first. And so when I listen to what most of you talked about, and that is the EQ, the emotional IQ of an individual. And so when we understand that, we're talking transformation across the world. And so like Kareem said, I am down with it, Dr. Sharma. There's going to be 2, 3, 4, and 5, and on and on and on and on. This doesn't end. And now you got Mr. Kareem and I to push it and wrap up with you to get that going. So I'm excited to see what you all have accomplished. Congratulations to you all. And for those here, I give you well wishes and many blessings to continue to spread this kind of influence wherever you go, to continue to be that leader that will bring change by the mere presence and just the appearance of your face. Spread light, spread joy, be peace, and be a whole bundle of love wherever you go. I am Elisa, and I'm so glad I got to spend time with you. Feel free to connect with us on our LinkedIn pages, social media, Lisa White and Kareem as well. And you guys, it's not the last you'll see of us. We love it. It's our first event, and you will see more of us. We love III, and Dr. Sharma. You are a beacon of hope for the world. And when I grow up, I want to be just like you. Just like you. Thank you.
Dr. Lisa, thank you for these magical words. It means a lot. It gives me hope, inspiration, and support. And thank you, first of all. I took much of your time, your sleepless night today, and thank you for this dedication and commitment. Thank you once again, Dr. Lisa. From all our participants, on behalf of all our participants, a big thank you to you. Thank you, Dr. Lisa, once again.
Thank you. I'll see you guys soon.
Bye. Bye-bye, Dr. Lisa. Bye-bye. So, dear friends, let's move on to our Tyagviji. Tyagviji, stage is yours. Sorry, Tyagviji, for keeping you waited. I know you're also busy in your schedule due to their, I hope you understand.
No issue, Dr. Sama. It's wonderful listening to all wonderful people. And to continue further, the next participant is Annabelle Narte. Is he there? Annabelle?
Yes, sir. Yes, doctor. I'm here.
Yeah, good. Good to see you, Annabelle. So firstly, let me congratulate you for successfully completing this program.
Thank you.
Instructional leadership. Yeah. So, but to start with, Annabelle, can you just tell what is your experience with the training of International Institute of Influencer? Just briefly let us know, what do you feel about that?
Yes, I feel great, and I learned many things from this program. And because this is totally different from the previous seminars that I have attended. It empowered me. It helps me to grow professionally. It enhanced my skills as an instructional leader, and it is more of self-reflection. And it is very timely that during this pandemic we have this kind of program, because this is our first time to have this distance learning in the Philippines, and we don't know anything about it. Everything is a first time to us, and we feel somewhat sometimes where we are, or I'm saying we are, because I know that other teachers also feel the same, like sometimes we're anxious, where we feel depressed, not to the point, not so much, but in adjusting for this new normal education. And it is very timely because this program, with the help of Dr. Sharma, we're able to cope up and we learn many things, despite of this pandemic, and we are being guided. And from this program, I learned that teachers are very important. Yes, I this is my reflection. our worth because you know students are just at home, but we continue to bring them education. This is, I think, one example of humanizing education. And every meeting, I learned that I'm so lucky to be part of this program because Dr. Shama is not only our leader, our speaker, she's also a friend to everybody. And because when I go through the group chat that we have, and she's very friendly, she's very accommodating, and she guided us on how to work our project and to just to relax because sometimes we're worrying about how to accomplish our tasks and so on. And she's very kind to extend the deadlines and very understanding. And I realized that being an instructional leader, we have to do the same to our student, not to, for example, if they have problem with schedule or managing their time. So we have to be very, very kind. So I learned many things from this. And I also be thankful for, I have so many friends now here in this program. I have many in our school in Batasan Hills. We have, I think, almost 10 or yeah. Ma'am Ligasi is also my co-teacher. And I'm lucky to be part of this. And I am one of the Batasan teachers to be in this program. Thank you po.
Good, Anabe. In fact, what a descriptive learning or whatever takeaways you have mentioned from this program. And I'm really happy that the way you have mentioned that you have learned leadership, you have learned that what is the importance of a teacher in the life of a student. And also you brought out that at a time of pandemic, how useful or fruitful this program has been to you. Yes. No doubt, because when you are at home and within the walls of four walls of your flat or house, you don't know what to do. And during this period, if this kind of program is there, definitely it helps you in regulating your energy, emotional energy, and finally help a student as well to come out of that stigma and make them wonderful students. Good, well done. Next, Anabe, it is a picture-based question for you. Okay. Yeah. And Dr. Sama will show you a picture and then I will ask a question. Dr. Sama?
Yeah, I'm sharing the screen. Yeah. Is it visible, Tagvirji, now?
Yes, it is very much visible. So you can show, yeah. So Anabe, the question is, you observe this picture and describe whether it is right way that emotionally intelligent leader react to this condition. What is your views on this?
Yes, sir. My view about this picture is when we talk about emotionally intelligent leader, we should not use the pronoun you. We should not say you hurt me. Instead, we have to say I was hurt. I was hurt by the action, whatever it is. So we are not pointing the person. We are not addressing the person. We are addressing the action. So as an emotionally intelligent leader, like if you're a principal, so whether you are in higher rank, okay, whether you are talking to your subordinate, you have to be very sensitive and you have to think that you cannot say anything you want because you are in the higher rank, you're in the higher position. You have to use the kind words. You have to avoid using the pronoun you because it's somewhat hurting. So when you say I was hurt by that, so you are referring to the impact of that action to you. So maybe the offender maybe he or she might think that okay, so maybe it's about time to say sorry. I'm sorry if you got hurt of what I did. So it is a way of addressing the action or the problem by not humiliating the person. Same thing as a teacher. Being a teacher, though we are in the classroom, we are the leader, we are the authority inside the classroom. But we should think that these children also they're looking at us on how we deal with them. So we have to be conscious of our words So let's say there is a problem inside the classroom. Instead of saying you, why did you do that? So we have to use the pronoun like I'm not happy of what you did in the classroom. So it's somewhat we're talking about the emotion. So it's not to humiliate the person, to the student. So it's for him to reflect, and maybe the next day that student may come and say sorry to you instead of feeling bad of what you have said to him or to her. So that's it, sir.
Very nicely, very elaborately you have explained, Annabelle. And thanks to Dr. Sama, the way she must have coached you or guided you or taught you, it's so wonderful. So I would like to give you my little bit on this. Firstly, that what you said that you have hurt me is a reaction, and I was hurt is a response.
Yes.
So the event has taken place. In that event, how do you respond or react? If you react, you will say that you have hurt me, which will further aggravate the situation. Okay, so the outcome may be undesirable. But if you say that I am hurt, then you are responding to that, then the situation may be pacified, or rather the person who has hurt you may understand that and can apologize.
Yes, sir.
Further to this, there is a proverb which always says that hate the sin, not the sinner. You must hate the what is sin, what is the wrong done. Okay, not the sinner, not the individual. So if you do that, the person who is doing wrong will always have a scope for improvement.
Yes,
so
sir.
That is my take on that. Will help you somewhere. Annabelle, there is another question for you, and I am sure that with your wisdom, what you have learned, you will be able to answer with a very nice smile you got. I am happy to see that. How can you describe the course of III? Was it helpful in making you an instructional leader?
Yes, sir. This program is very helpful to enhance our skills as a teacher, as a leader, as an instructional leader, because we don't focus on one thing. There are many topics that Dr. Shama had discussed to us for more than a month. And in my case, it affects me with my emotion. And it is a kind of reflection we're in. If I learn from this program, how will I pass forward of this learning that I have from this program to other people? Because it should not stop here. That after the program, after we have graduated from this program, that and it stopped. So what I'm thinking is there must be something. There must be something. There must be changes in my own. It should be myself first before I'm going to influence others. My co-teachers, my students. It should be a new me after the program. Okay, it should be a new me. It's the program is something that is very it's helpful. It's like we are put in a specific place we're in. After that, when we come out, it should be there's a transformation. There's a learning, and we have to pass it to other people. That is a good influence to others, pass forward of everything that we have learned from this program.
Wonderful, wonderful, Annabelle. And you rightly said that you become a great leader by doing this program. As the name suggests, it was the instructional leadership program. And as the word leader, there is a word lead in that. So L is basically for learner. L is for learn. That means you are a dream student. Leader is always a dream student. He always learns. Throughout his life, he learns. That is the leader. Then A in that is he accepts. He accepts the team the way it is. He doesn't try to find a fault in that. Rather, he will improve on that. He accepts that. Then D is that he demonstrates. He demonstrates that what he expects from the team, first he demonstrates that. Okay. Yes. and thereafter the leadership quality automatically flows into him. Okay, so good that you have become a wonderful leader now, version 2 of Anabe, and I hope that will help you in your times to come. Thank you so much, Anabe.
Thank you. Thank you.
Over to Shama.
Thank you, Tagbirji. Tagbirji, you have to continue now. Tagbirji.
Okay.
You have to invite the next participant as well.
Okay, okay. So my next participant is Amy C. Bong. Is he there?
Miss Amy?
Hi, Dr. Sharma.
Hi.
Yeah, very nice, Bong. Very nice, Amy. Am I pronouncing correctly, Amy?
Amy, yes.
Amy. Okay, okay. Very nice to see you. Very nice to see you.
Nice
and
to meet
going,
you.
what time it is in your country now?
It's 7:27 p.m. in the evening.
Okay, so good evening to you. Good evening. So, Amy, firstly, let me congratulate you on behalf of III that you have successfully completed this instructional leadership program, and very happy to see you, all of you here. So, can you just share your experience of III? How do you feel now after completing this program?
After completing this program, I feel so energized and inspired. From this seminar with Dr. Shama, I see the realities and challenges in education system, especially now that we're in a pandemic stage when we become, we shift to another modalities. So every week, we do outputs. And these outputs are applicable in our daily life. So I also learned how to dig deeper into my reflection and allowing me to share it with my colleagues, to share it with my students, and also allowing my teaching to be inclusive for all.
Good, good. Very nicely brought out, and thank you for your answer. Wong, there is another question basis on a picture, which I will request Dr. Sama to just flash it, and then we will talk further.
I'm opening that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Amy, can you just tell or observe this picture and relate this to the meetings of an organization? What do you perceive about it?
That picture,
yeah.
If someone doesn't need to be there, don't invite him.
Okay, okay. So, what is further? Anything else you would like to add to that?
Sometimes in our organization, when we're dealing with our colleagues or as a leader, sometimes we know that person is no longer fitted for that group, but we don't just invite them for the sake of inviting, and then we'll put him in shame. Just like during class teachings, okay? Like I'm teaching in a Chinese school, so there are multi-language students. So when it's a hard Chinese words, okay, or phrases, I don't put those students who you're so sure that don't know, okay, so that I won't put them in shame.
Correctly brought out, Amy, so that he will feel as if he is in the prison. Simple as that. If anybody who is not wanted in that meeting, he will feel like a prisoner.
Yes, I have more empathy.
Yes.
And understand their emotions.
Yes. And that is the quality of a great leader.
Yes.
Yeah. So, final question with Amy, with you is, after completion of this course, what are the takeaways you received from this instructional leadership program?
My takeaway is like what Dr. Shama is doing to us. She is sharing there are so many times we can say we're a leader, we are trying to inspire people, but we're not doing it. So we have to, like Dr. Shama, will start doing it, because if we can inspire one person, that person might inspire two person. If I was able to inspire 10 person, that 10 person can become 100 person. So our life will be better, because everybody will have those reflections, okay, and to become a good leader. And then having a good leader can change the world, can change the education system. Because in our education system, there are, my reflection is, I have the position, I have the money, that's all.
So Amy, Amy, if you would, you allow me to ask you, if I ask you that, what are the two things you would like to help people to inspire, or what two action you would like to take to help people around you or inspire people around you?
What are the two things that okay, because I'm, as a teacher, I'm more on a student-centered teacher. Okay, my teaching is more inclusive. That's another style of teaching. So I keep on inspiring, even emotional or physical, everything. I inspire them. Then for my colleagues, also I try to, I think, for my colleagues, I am having a hard time, but I'm initiating because I'm inspired and I took this challenge. Okay, because I believe that as a person, to become a good leader, we must be caring, we must be a risk taker, okay, and also principled, and most of all, we should be more a reflective leader.
Very nice. Very nicely brought out that two takeaways which you said, that you want to inspire your students and you want to inspire your colleagues so that they become a better human being. Wonderful, wonderful. Amy, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Next participant is Caroline G. Bagasona. Is she there? Caroline?
Caroline, are you there?
Yes, Dr. Shama.
Good.
I'm here.
Yeah, welcome. Jagvirji.
Good morning. Hi, good evening.
Yeah, Caroline, good morning. How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, that's very nice. That's very nice. Your smile is reflecting that you're absolutely fine. So, Caroline, that you have successfully completed this instructional leadership program, and we are all very proud of you all that you have successfully done this. So could you just give out that what are your takeaways from this, or how do you feel about the III, International Institute of Influencers?
Actually, I'm so happy to belong to this group. For so many years, I'm just in a box, and now, actually, I'm very thankful to Dr. Bien and Dr. Shama, because now I know that I can go out in that box. I know that I was a born leader because I'm August. And according to my mother, if you are born in August, you're a leader. That's why in our family, before, in our business, I'm a leader. But in my situation today, in this profession, in teaching, I'm more on classroom. I'm not holding up any organization or group for so many years. And that's why I feel I'm not worthy. No? And now, I really don't know if Dr. Shama is a for me because when we have this III, instructional development course that I feel what is this? I feel more relaxed for my life.
Very nice. Very nice.
I think she said, I can't forget what she said before. Be lucky. She said, be happy. And that is my inspiration. Now, I want to do something more. One of my colleagues here in our group, she knows me very much, no? But sometimes my weakness over me. And like what I said to my letter to Dr. Shama, to one of our project report, I want to be strong. I want to stop that weakness or whatever weakness is that I can overcome that weaknesses. So I need to be strong and like Dr. I forgot who's you need to tell the word, no? Or to your organization what you have learned here. So me also, I try my best to be to help my colleagues, to influence them for growth and development. But sometimes it's hard, no? It's hard for other people that don't maybe they don't see you or they hear you. But me as a person, I try my best. I want to help. If other people don't want, I don't want. But there's other people wanted that much. They chatted me, Ma'am, I want what you said. I want to learn. I want to learn more. I want to have growth. So that's my inspiration. And now that I heard Dr. Shama, it's give me more. I can say what is that? Lakas ng loob in Tagalog. It's sino ba? Who can help me? Lakas ng it give me more. Can you help me please? What is more?
Confidence is the right word.
More confidence to myself.
Self-esteem.
Self-esteem. Yes. Thank you so much. I forgot the word. That's all. Thank you.
So, Caroline, you have brought out everything so beautifully. And the most important thing which you said is, and always remember that you have come out of your box now. You are free. You got freedom by this course. And once you are free, you got a wings. And once you wings, you can fly. Okay. And you already said that you got the self-awareness. Self-awareness means that you know now what is your strong points. You know what is your weak points. Strong point, you need to capitalize, means make best use of them. And the weak point, you know that you can improve upon that. Okay. So nothing to worry. Carry on the good job done. Take a massive action. Take a massive action, calculated risk. You will become a courageous lady. And the moment you take a calculated risk, massive action and become a courageous, sky is the limit. Any kind of box you can break and run away. You can fly away. Okay. And you are on that path now. You are a path of the leadership. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. And I'm very happy that you have broken that box and the glass ceiling and you are out there. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Next question, Caroline, with you is, what do you think is the mission and vision of Google Can you explain a little bit about your mission?
I think the vision, the future is for especially now in our pandemic time. No, it's a big help to each other. So the vision is everybody in the whole world of education. We can see the Google as a help to everyone. And for our mission, we as a teacher, we need to use the Google, or we need to influence other people by this Google, but in a right way. Though we always remember the think before you click. And now there are so many things of use of Google. No, actually in our school, I have my proposal innovations about Google, about other application in Google that I know that can help. It's on everyone, especially in even in online or in printed modality. The one click away to education. So the mission is to at present is to bring it to your colleagues, to your student, to whole organization. And then the vision is you can use it in the future. We are all beneficial to this kind of this Google. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, so what is your mission? Can you just tell us?
Actually, my mission is for my student. No, my vision is that in my school, regardless of gender, ethnicity, ability, or social class, everybody has a chance to develop. Everybody has a chance to learn. Everybody has a chance for learning, for studying. No, I don't want someone who are left behind. So that's why my mission is. Did you ask the mission already? Is to adapt the best practices of dealing learners, no? With this long partnership with all stakeholders.
Dami nang nawawala.
With stakeholders to provide platform that develops the learner's knowledge and skills. So, not only my mission, but in my mission, I want the dealing learners with the parents, with the stakeholders, with other teachers, with the school leaders. So we help together for that mission. Thank
you. So Caroline, just to add to your way of explaining the mission part, always keep in mind when you are talking about the mission, you should know the very specifics that what you want to achieve. Then how do you want to achieve? What is your vehicle to achieve that? And what is the timeline in which you want to achieve? That is the three important part of a mission. Okay, firstly, your objective. Secondly, how do you want to do? And thirdly, in how much time you want to. So this is just for idea in the future. If you want to make a mission statement, just keep in mind that.
Thank you.
Finally, tell me that, do you think that our education system needs some changes? And are we ready for the post-pandemic world? What is your views?
I think we need to be ready. No, the pandemics give big changes to our life, to the whole world. No, and we Filipinos, especially here in the Philippines, there's a lot of changes. No, the struggle of teachers, the struggle of the student as well, the parents, no? And we don't know what will happen in the future. Even though, like what said before, that the face-to-face is already, we use a little by little, but we don't know what happened. And we all know that this online platforms and the printed platforms is already in our life in education. We should be always ready for the changes. No, I don't believe that it stops here. I know there's a lot of changes in this kind of in this education, no. Like me as a teacher, I'm always think of what I can do and what I can help. Especially when I heard the parents and the student for what they experience. So I'm also myself thinking of what I can help for them. No, like I think that the use of so many applications in Google is also kasama. It's a part of changing in our life, no. So I believe that more learning for so many things to adapt this kind of situation, the new normal. I know that we can do it better. We can do this together.
Good.
Thank you.
Wonderful, Caroline. Your answers are very inspiring, and keep following them. Keep implementing the learnings which you have learned from this course, and I am sure that you will achieve what you want to achieve in your life. So, Dr. Sama, I am done with all the students. Anything further?
Yeah, Tagvirji. Thank you so much, Tagvirji. And
thank you so much.
Miss Caroline, you have brought tears in my eyes as well. You don't know. Means I just told my family. I was telling them like I'm about to cry now. Means the way you are telling, the way you are expressing. Honestly, thank you. That if I have played any little role in your life, it's trust me. You made me cry today.
Dr. Sama, it is not the little role. You have done wonders to this family of instructional leaders, and they will do wonders further to their colleagues and the students. And I am really very, very happy to see this all dream student. I will say they are all dream students. They are hungry for learning, and they are hungry for even imparting their learning to the others. So thank you, Sama, for inviting me for such a wonderful program. And please, all yours.
Thank you, Tagvirji. They're all my family, honestly. They became my family now. The way they means when I was sick, the way they were all praying for me, the way they all like a family, we're all building influencers. It's not at all like I don't feel them. I try to make them relax. Yesterday also I told them, don't take any tension. The people who are coming to you, also very emotionally intelligent people like you, how you are trying to accommodate them. Like how Mr. Kareem, how Dr. Eliza, they're all feeling friendly. And it's not, so this, I want them, why I introduced this Viva, because I want them to face the world, to face the challenges, to express, to interact. Then only that leadership will complete. Come up. That is the purpose of having this program today. And I made it live also. There are so many people who are watching this. I'm sure this ripple effect is moving to everyone. There are many viewers watching all these programs, this honest, and everybody are honest in their answers, in their views. This is what we need. Actually, that's means, trust me, we are so happy. Thank you, everyone. Actually, Dr. Sindhu is not here. He has left the program. We will try to continue. It's already, I think, even for Tagvirji also 3.5 hours. Almost we completed 3 hours, and everybody may be having times. We will continue our session, if possible, again in the few minutes before our convocation. Our convocation, Tagvirji, you have to come to witness their convocation ceremony as well. We will be having this within shortly. We'll have a great celebration as well, and all of our success.
When is the convocation?
We are planning it next week, Tagvirji. And it is Next week we will complete. If anybody wants to talk, anybody wants before leaving, Miss Melsa, do you want to speak? If you want to speak, Dr. Mr. Tyagwiji, you can ask any one or two questions if anybody is interested, or we can continue again. So, Miss Carousel, I think, sorry, actually, Dr. Sindhu has means left today. Some of our participants means they were with him. He was supposed to do. Miss Raina also, her turn went.
Dr. Sama, if you want me to do balance of Dr. Sindhu, I can do that.
Then, Tyagwiji, can you invite Miss Carousel?
Yeah.
For general questions, I don't want any official questions, just general question.
Okay. Can I have Miss Carosa on the view?
Miss Carousel, are you there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Carousel, how do you feel? How are you?
Today, I feel empowered really, and I am so happy. And hearing from my fellow participants that they are empowered as well, it makes my heart really melt. I am so happy to have been here.
Fantastic. So, Carousel, if you wanted to give in a nutshell, that how would you like to make use of these learnings in this instructional leadership program to benefit your team or your colleagues or your students? How would you like to do that? What are the two things which you would like to impart to them?
Thank you for the question. First and foremost, actually, I have already imparted some of the learnings that I got from Dr. Shama in this program. In one of my, actually, I have talked already because in our school, I have already conducted, like we call it a LAC, Learning Action Cell, and I shared to them. I had the rollout of our RPMS, which is a way of collecting making our portfolio regarding our achievements in our school for the whole school year. And there, I have inserted what it takes to be a leader. Because we are going to talk about a lot of things as a teacher in our portfolio. What have we achieved for the year? And so I have, as a teacher, I have imparted to them what it takes to be one, just like in a class. What strategies we are going to apply, especially if, like, for example, we do in our distance learning, no one is responding anymore. That is the problem, a common problem of our teachers today in our distance learning, virtual learning, when students do not want to answer anymore. And we do not know what is happening on the other side on their respective locations. Is there a problem with their connectivity, or they just don't want to engage because the activities are not engaging at all? Yes. Okay, and so I have taught them, or at least I have shared to them, that we must have to do appropriate strategies. And if the strategy that we have used is not appropriate to them, then we have to think of what is the need of my class, of our class. Okay, that's why I have told them that let us be flexible of what is. We have to know the social linguistics of our students. If the student cannot be with us, we have to go down to their level and apply what is appropriate to them. So that is one I have shared to them. Another one is, as a teacher, how are we going to deal with them? Now, if there are students who cannot keep abreast with our like let's say our strategy or keep abreast with our language or whatever that is happening in our class, then we have to be immediately do something that is applicable in that particular situation. Okay, so it is the teacher who should adjust.
Very
Okay,
nice.
and be understanding, always be friendly to the students, even if they are just our students. Let's just be friends with
Very,
them. Okay,
very
so
nice, very nice, very nice, Kaushal. The two important thing which you brought out is one is the flexibility, and another you said improvisation. Improvise to the situation. Be flexible to come to the level of the student. Fantastic, fantastic. Dr. Sama?
Thank you, Ms. Carousel. Thank you for your vibrancy. Thank you for that energy. Thank you so much, and keep it up always. I love your energy always. Keep that energy. The world right now needs that energy. Please pass it on. Pass it on, that ripple effect. And one day, definitely will bring that humanization. Tyagveerji, I would like to invite Ms. Sujata. Can you please take a role? Ms. Sujata, are you there?
Yeah,
yes,
calling,
Dr. Shamantia.
She is calling me Sujata. I will call Mrs. Sujata.
Yeah.
Okay. Sujata ji, कैसी हैं आप?
Yeah, I'm keeping well, Dr. Tyagveerji. I'm doing good.
Okay.
How are you? How are you, Tyagveerji?
I am good. I am absolutely good. Has been out for 4 days to Goa, so back from there.
Yeah.
So rejuvenated and fresh, but after a long time we are interacting.
Yes.
So you have
and
also participated.
It was a real pleasure, actually.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm a participant, Tyagveerji, in this program. Yeah, immense pleasure for me to interact with all the people across the globe with such energy-packed session from Dr. Shama. She is a real influencer. All the session, not even a participant leave the session, even if it goes, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, everyone would attend the session so well. And I'm sure Dr. Shama had proved herself as a real influencer, especially with the teaching community. She has played a role, and I was listening to each and every woman here, and feeling so excited, feeling so happy that how they have improved, and almost everyone they start talking, they started coming out of their comfort zone and showed real leadership. Okay, so thank you, Dr. Shama, for providing or for giving me a chance, and also to... Yes, Tyagveerji, do you have any other question?
Yes, I just would like to ask you that what exactly you think of leadership, and how do you want to implement in your life?
Yeah. Leadership is not just leading others, it is just hand-holding with others and moving together as a whole. So in this particular program, we have witnessed so many strategies to be a very good instructional leader. And as Dr. Shama always say, it must be a ripple effect. If you are an influencer, your smile, the way you act, everything should influence, people across you, around you. So that is what I believe a true leader is. In every action, he or she must prove that. Okay. And another thing what I liked about this course is throughout the program, Dr. Shama had given a lot of practical lessons, and all the participants were curious in participating each and every activity. Usually in a virtual mode, participants will be a bit hesitant to participate. But here in this particular program, almost everyone, they were all very curious, attending each and every work given by Dr. Shama. So I'm sure she has created leaders. Yes.
Could you recall any one activity which must have influenced you the most?
Yeah, she asked us to write the mission and vision. Most of us, were attending without a vision. Maybe just there were a few for a certificate, and there are a few for attending just to listen. But after this class, most of them feel a real need, okay, about attending the class, about what is my vision, what is my vision. That kind of curiosity was there everywhere, and everyone participated, and they all were ready with a vision and a mission in no time. And another one I would like to add is giving a feedback. Usually people compliment or criticize, and the correct mode of feedback were not given properly. But after attending the class, everyone knew it should be like a sandwich kind of thing. The feedback should be like a sandwich. Maybe you can start, with the soft words, with a compliment, and then you can give a real feedback, and you should end softly. So, a lot of takeaways from the session, Tyagviji.
Have you written your mission or vision?
Yeah, I've written. Yes, of course I've written.
Okay. So can you just differentiate between the vision and mission?
Yeah, vision should be on the basis of the day-to-day activity. Mission should be of day-to-day activity, and vision should be of a long run or a long goal. As someone mentioned here, this vision actually, if someone is doing it on daily basis with a proper mission, there is no need of identifying or really defining vision, which will take us through a real vision. If you have that proper mission, automatically, it will take us to a real vision.
So what is your mission?
Yeah, my mission is to create a global citizen. I'm an educator. So I want to create a completely independent, a global educator who is having good values. Okay, good values, and also who is having a global perspective. So for that, so I will be working every day for creating such an influencer. So that is my vision, to create an influencer based on this global perspectives and with good values.
Have you thought of any framework to implement your mission?
Yeah, I've already started implementing, this in my school. I've started leadership programs also, especially, with programs what children like. They shouldn't feel that they are doing something great. Maybe through some art integration, where I can give them slowly this set of code and later change without knowing that they are doing something great. So I've already started implementing something to my pedagogy.
Wonderful. Very consistent, very persistent, and wonderful. Dr. Sama, Sujata has really done well.
Exactly. Thank you, Tyagviji. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sharma, for giving me the opportunity. Thank you, Tyagviji.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So everyone, are you there? Are you there now? Is there Miss Sharon? Miss Sharon, are you there? Do you like to connect right now with Tyagviji? Miss Sharon, can I invite you?
Hello. Miss Sharon or Maria Sharon, Dr. Shama?
Sharon.
Okay, yes, that is me.
Yeah, Tyagviji, Miss Sharon is here.
Sharon, how are you?
Fine, sir.
How are you feeling after this course?
Feeling great.
That's great. Great.
Yes.
It's appearing on your face that you're feeling really great.
Yes.
So, Sharon, tell me something about yourself.
About, come again, sir?
Tell me something about yourself.
Yes. To those who do not know me yet, I am a public school teacher, teacherly in a position. Yes, sir. Only that.
So what are you
no
teaching?
More, no less.
What subject you teach?
Well, I am teaching all of the subjects because teaching grade 1.
Okay.
Well, we are, general education. We are teaching all learning areas.
Very nice. Very nice. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And which place you belong to?
Place. Well,
which-
I am a Filipino. I'm from the Philippines.
In Philippines, where?
Right here in Quezon City, sir.
Okay.
Metro Manila.
Okay.
Yes.
So I hope you are enjoying the teaching. Do you love teaching?
Yes, very much, sir.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic.
Yes.
That's
In fact, I am
wonderful.
teaching for almost 27 years.
So how will you implement the learning which you did in this diploma course? How will you implement this with the kids of first grade students? How will you impart them this leadership thing?
Yes, sir. So I am teaching a very small children because they are in grade 1. So being a leader for my own classroom, well, I am applying or implementing the intellectual, I meant emotional leadership, or I am more on emotional. I am more loving to my children or to my pupils. Yes, because if you show them love, they will develop more. They will love you more, right?
Incidentally, Sharon, the children are already the leaders. They are fearless.
Yes.
They are transparent. They are human. When they want to cry, they will cry. When they want to laugh, they will laugh. Okay. So children, so leaders has to be like a children.
Yes.
No hang-ups in life. Totally free. Okay. So I think for a grade 1 student, you don't have to worry. They are already leaders. When they grow, then the problem comes in. Then they start having the limiting beliefs and the leadership quality diminishes. Okay.
Yes.
So you must enjoy these young boys.
Yes. Hopefully in the future they will be more powerful than us.
Yeah.
And a very good leader than us, or as well a good leader.
Thank you, Sharon and Dr. Sama.
And thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Sharon. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Dr. Shama.
Thank you. I think we have taken much of your time. Let's connect again after this. And thank you for all of you. Let's continue the spirit. Let's continue building influences. And the day of celebration is just next step ahead for all of you, for all of us. And it was great interaction. And just I'm feeling like a celebration today. I'm going to have a party as well by seeing the wonderful smiles and by seeing the wonderful love from all of you. I have a habit and I want everyone to do this. My habit is whatever, whether minor or major, I do